Looking at our fabric chart, once again on page 22, you can see that fabric D5 is being used on those same units, D2 through D15, and we're going to use template layout sheet 11 and 12 for those. So let's take a look at D5. You can also put a little fabric swatch here if you'd like. We are again going to have 8 fabrics, 8 strips. This time they are 5 inches wide, right sides up once again, and 2 groups of 4 strips apiece. You're going to take the first step of taking 4 strips that are stacked together and placing the template 11 on those. You're going to use that 2 times. So what you'll need to do, we only have one template layout sheet number 11. So once you make the first cuts, so cutting here and here, then you're going to pick up this template, turn it upside down and put it in this position and make your final cut to have the appropriate number of pieces. Once you have that done, then you're ready to stack all 8 pieces under the template layout sheet. So take both of those sets that you cut. Once you have all 8 pieces stacked together beneath the template layout sheet, that's when you'll continue cutting into the individual pieces, going in order of your cut lines, and then paper clipping them on the sew side and placing them in bag number 4. The second set of 4 strips is going to get template layout sheet number 12. This is very similar to what we just did. We're going to stack our fabrics together, put template layout sheet 12 on there, and we need 8 pieces. So we're going to do our first cuts to get the shape of template layout sheet 12, and then we'll take this template and place it again, turn it around so that it'll fit here before we do our final cut, and then we're ready to stack all 8 pieces under the template layout sheet, cut into the individual pieces here, and once you've got those done, you paper clip them and stick everything into bag number 3. We have fabric D5 here, and again we have 8 strips, and we've placed them in 2 sets of 4. So I have a stack of 4 fabrics underneath template layout sheet 11. This is the right side template, and I have to reuse this template to make one more set. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that. I talked about it whenever we looked at the instructions, but let's go ahead and demo it. So I'm going to just make this cut here. Sorry, that was a little off camera, but I just cut this from the rest of the fabric here. And then I'm going to turn this around and cut the outside edges here as well. And here. Once I do this, I'm going to set the fabrics aside that are underneath here, and I'm going to take the template layout sheet and place it on the second half of the fabric. So you have to turn the template layout sheet upside down so that you can get this edge to line up. And it's okay if you don't go right to the edge. You don't want to give yourself a whole lot of extra space because this does take most of the width of the fabric. And by the way, I had already put glue on this before I went on camera. I'm going to cut this along just the outside edges as well. And then I'm going to take all 8 fabrics and stack those up together. Okay, now that I have all 8 fabrics stacked under template layout sheet number 11, I'm going to proceed to cut along all of my cut lines. As I'm looking across here, all of these are the identical template, so I'm just going to paper clip each of these together and stack them up. Okay, now that I have all these cut, I want to show you one thing. All of the templates look identical to each other until you get to the very end, and notice how this one is cut off right here. But basically it is the same section, like this and this, the actual shaded area and the dash line around it are the same. It's just that they blunted the end of this one and didn't put this extra little bit of fabric. So they are used in the identical manner. Because this is a section 1, this is going to be a template that's glued on, so it doesn't have a sew side. So I just pick a consistent side to put your paper clip on for now. So I'll do that. Once I have each set paper clipped, I've put a binder clip here to keep them all together in my bag, and these are going to go back in bag D4 because these are right units. I'm not going to go on camera with the left units. It's done the exact same way with the other set of 4 strips, and those are going to go in the left unit bag.